Hey everybody, it's Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy. Welcome to the video. Great to have you along with me today. For those of you who are new to the channel, tuning in for the first time, a big welcome to you. Thanks for watching. And maybe if you like today's video, you could do me a great favor. Hit that subscribe button down there. And while you're down there, you could give it a little like as well. Advertisements over. So, very exciting day yesterday. I received all my demo fitting kit for the eagerly anticipated Ping G430 range. What I'm going to do today is talk to you first of all about the iron. Now, let's just take a step back before we talk about G430. This is replacing G425. No big surprise that it was called G430. I think we all saw that one coming. But this has got some job to do. The G425 was over 2 years old, which for a golf club length, compared to some companies like Callaway and TaylorMade who changed their product, and Cobra changed their products every year, that's quite a long time for a golf club to be on the market. G425 was and is still in the range, a fantastic iron, one of my best selling irons ever. It was a club for everybody. I sold it to golfers who were new to the game, who didn't have a handicap. I also sold it into people who had extremely low handicaps, hugely talented golfers. It just kind of worked for everybody. So G430 has got some big boots to fill. The question is, can this iron be better than 425? That's the big question. So let's tell you a little bit more about it. Let's give you some sort of nice close-up video shots of it. Visually, I like what they've done. It's very Ping-esque. It's very simple. It's not too cluttered. It's not too noisy. It looks above incredibly similar to G425, but there's a few things going on internally, and there's some big changes here regarding lofts. Let's just get as always with these videos, there's so much to talk about, and if you're really into the tech, which a lot of people are, which is great, I urge you just to go onto their website. It's a great website to navigate around. It gives you all the technical sort of specs and what they've worked on. I'll just touch on a few points, talk about this, that and the other, but then we'll move on to the hit. So here's the overview. G430, your shot making and confidence will be sky high with the G430, which combines a lower CG. Let's just talk about CG, center of gravity. The way this works is when you design a golf club, if you try and put more weight down here in the bottom of the club, that's going to lower the CG, which is going to promote a higher ball flight. If you move the weight higher up into the club, it's going to move the CG up in the face, creating a lower ball flight. Now, what all these manufacturers are after here is a club which is going to deliver distance, but without sacrificing spin. This is where we've seen a problem before, where manufacturers have jacked the lofts up. Let's go back again. If you go back 15, 20 years and look at the loft of a 7-iron, we were at 34, 35 degrees on sort of players' irons. On more cavity-backed irons, I guess we're around about 32, 33. Now, as these lofts have been strengthened over the years, getting lofts on 7-irons down to 27, if the CG placement isn't good, then we don't get the backspin. So we get an iron that goes miles, but comes in on a flat flight and never stops. So this is where Ping have been quite clever. So CG with stronger lofts, a thinner face that delivers faster ball speed and significant distance gains without compromising Ping's famous forgiveness. The PureFlex cavity badge contributes to our longest iron ever. Available full to pitching wedge, 45.5 degree gap wedge, then another gap wedge at 50, a 54 and a 58. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. Let's just have a little scroll down here. Just very quickly run through these things. Faster ball speed, hyper 17.4 stainless steel, quite thin, flexes, gets the ball coming off there quickly. PureFlex technology, this is a new one for me, PureFlex. Innovative new badge with 7 flex zones, allows for more free bending to increase ball speed across the face for longer results. Sounds good to me. Shape for success. Big improvement, I think, on the shape of the last couple of models of the Ping. And then we have this very interesting wedge system here, which we'll talk to you about in a minute. 45, 50, 54, 58. This is coming about because they have strengthened the lofts of their irons. Let's go now. Just to confuse us all, they offer lofts in 3 different lofts: standard loft, power spec, retro spec. To be quite honest, I've done hundreds of fittings for Ping, and I could count on one hand how many times people have asked me to do retro spec or power spec. So let's talk about the standard lofts. No 3 iron anymore. 3 irons are dead and buried. We don't need them because we've got the hybrids, we've got the crossovers. So 4 irons where we start. 19-degree 4 iron. The one we always tend to look at for loft is the 7 iron. So 7 irons coming in at 29, which by modern standards is strong, but not mega strong. And then you can see we've got 4-degree gaps going 29 to 33 on the 8, 37 on the 9, 41 on the pitching wedge. So they've kept 4-degree gaps between here. Obviously, if you stopped at pitching wedge and then went to gap wedge at 50, you've got a massive gap. So they're giving you the option here to fill in with another wedge at 45.5 degrees so that we can get the gap in right. And I see when people buy clubs these days, they're buying less long irons, more wedges. You know, so 4 wedge system these days has become the norm. A lot of people out there, me included to a little bit extent, these jacked up lofts, are they necessary? Not really, because you know, you think about it, it's just a number on the bottom of the club. But I think Ping are just following the trend at the moment. Everyone else has gone down this route of strengthening lofts, and I guess they feel if we don't go with it, we're going to get left behind. So love it, hate it, it is what it is. I think it's here to stay. So that's that. Shaft wise, we've just got, you know, so many shafts we can fit with. We've got the good old AWT and regular stiff and extra stiff. We've got a new Alta CB graphite shaft. Dynamic gold never goes away, does it? S300, X100. Some more recent dynamic gold iterations, KBS Tour, NS Pro motors. Lightweight steel of the True Temper Elevate, and the new shaft here, which is called the Alta Quick. Alta Quick, brand new for 2023. Ultra lightweight graphite, 38 grams at a 41 gram. So, you know, if you're the sort of golfer whose club speed is slowing down, you know, you're maybe maturing in age like we all are, and you've lost a bit of club speed, that can really help you bring it back. We will hit some with that, maybe not in this test. Or you're just looking to increase club speed, the Alta Quick, yeah, really good. Grip-wise, they keep it really simple, Ping, which kind of like. They just offer one grip. Now, I'm not sure if that will be the Golf Pride 360 Tour Velvet. They have used lambkin grips when they couldn't get hold of Tour Velvets. Whichever grip they use, they're very similar. This is the standard grip, comes in all these different thicknesses. The Tour Velvet is an option, but it is an upchargeable option. So there we go. Next thing is get one of these made up. Let's hit it. That's enough talking. Let's go. Okay, everybody, time to hit this new G430 iron from Ping. Where are we today? We're at Willow Crest Golf Club. I've got 170 yards to the flag. I've got a 7 iron in my hands. I've got the red dot. Remember, Ping do all these different lie codes. The little picture up there explaining lie angles, the way that the club sits. Really important when you go for a fitting to get the right lie angle. Really helps with your dispersion and how you connect with the golf ball. I fitted the NS Pro Modus 105 shaft in stiff. Specs down there somewhere. Standard length. I've got Pro V1 balls down on the deck. Let's just have a little look at this club from above. It looks from above very, very similar to G425. They haven't really changed much for me shape-wise. And I'm quite glad about that because, you know, it was a good-looking club. But it looks good behind the ball, a little bit of offset. Offset being this angle from sort of the front of the hosel to the leading edge. Offsetting, there's videos I've done about that. Helps keep the club face a little bit square and makes it a little bit easier to hit. So let's get in and hit some. As I say, 170 yards to the flag. I have warmed up a little bit, but as always, I will be testing the playability of this club by not hitting it out of the middle all the time. I'm kind of good at that. Here we go. Oh, that was just... I cannot begin to tell you how bad that strike was. It was awful. Somehow, and I'm not quite sure how, I told you I'd test the playability, that I've managed to get that on the green. It's gone 153 yards of carry, 160 run out, but it was truly awful strike. It was a horrible swing. So forgiveness wise, looking good. Let's see if we can get somewhere near the middle. Better strike. Lost it a little bit to the right. Bunker. Not on it yet, but I will get there. Oh, better. Better, better, better. That was out the middle. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, now we're talking. Let's have a look at these numbers. 89 club speed, 117 ball speed. We'll keep an eye on this number. I'm a very low launcher of the ball. I hit down into it and de-loft the club. So my launch angles are never going to be that high, but 16.5-degree launch, which is low for a 7-iron. What I'm really interested in here is how much spin this club is going to hold. I've got a 168 carry with a 7-iron, 29-degree loft, remember, but it's spinning at 5224, which is very impressive to get that sort of backspin. Peak height there is 28.5 yards. How did it feel? It actually, bear in mind that these clubs are made out of stainless steel, and I did hit that one out the middle. That felt tremendously good. Let's hit some more. Wow, I'm impressed with that. Really good. Again, lost that to the right. Horrible, horror story swing. Come on. I'm leaving these in. No editing here. Better. Not great. 7 out of 10 swing, but still back there. Let's have a little look at it. 91 club speed. Don't remember having spinach for breakfast, but something's going on there. That's quite high for me, 91 club speed. Launching at 17.7. Spin again good at just under 5.4. Wasn't my best strike, but the carry's still up there at 163. Peak height again, around about 30 yards, 90 feet. Certainly wasn't out in the middle of the club. This is a very good iron, folks. That should be good. That should get pretty close to the flag. Oh, go on. All right, that's about as good as I can hit it. I was trying to hit my little fade shot there. That's about as good as I can do with the fade. That was pretty good for me. 90 miles an hour club speed again. Consistently coming in at around about 116 ball speed. Launch 17.3. Spinning at 5.4. Carry 165. Let's just see if we can get you a little average here. Some various, you saw it in there, didn't there? There was 3 decent strikes, 3 bad strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So taking all those into account, poor, 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 good, good, good strikes, I would say, mixture. 161 average carry, spinning at 5.385, ball speed average of 113. I'm impressed. I knew it would be good, but I didn't realize it would be this good. So literally, this is the first time I've hit it. I haven't hit this before. I've seen it, but I never got to hit it. Isn't it an improvement on G425? I actually think it is. If I had G425s, which I know a lot of you do, would I be changing immediately to G430? Probably not. I mean, it is a slight improvement, but it's not massive, and I think Ping would probably put their hands up and say that as well. But if you're using something like a G, a G30, a G400, possibly even a G410, this is definitely going to outperform those brands, but maybe not the G425 by much. It's very impressive. Price wise, let's talk prices. People always seem embarrassed to talk about price, don't they, on YouTube? But I'm not. This is not set in stone yet. Let's just say you want to buy 7 irons. Okay, so let's say you're probably going to end up maybe buying 7, 5, 6, 7 or 8 irons. That's your choice. 7 irons, let's just say 4 to pitching wedge or 5 to sand wedge in steel. In the UK, I've just had a look at some well-known websites. You're looking at £899 Great British pounds for a 7-iron set. For graphite, you're probably going to be adding about another £100 on top of that. So just under £900 for a set of irons. A lot of money, but everything's gone up. You know, nothing's coming down these days. And bear in mind, the set of irons like this probably lasts you 10 years. I think that's pretty good value. Hey, thanks for watching the video. I'm really excited. I remember I'm a fitter of these equipment, and I've got so many fittings booked in for people to come and try this iron. I'm excited to show them the iron. I'm excited to sell the iron because, hey, that's what I do for my living. It's wonderful. Ping, well done. You've done it again. Ping G430. Post your comments down below. All the best. Bye for now.